Hello, hello. How's everyone's Wednesday evening going? I think I'll put these right here.
You got marinara on your jacket.
Oh no, what a bummer, man. That's all right. Hi everyone, my name is Sarah from Polished Pinkies, and I'm actually here with my daughter Abby. You can wave and say hello.
Hi.
I've been on here before doing her nails, but tonight she didn't have anything to do, so I said, hey, you want to come and do a swatching party with me? So she is here with me, and we are going to be swatching Luxio greens. Luxio is just one of those luxury gel polish lines. It's all 100% gel, which is different than your hybrid gel polishes. So let's cover that really quickly before we really get into it. Hybrid gel polishes are solvent-based products. This is a little bit, I have a new iPhone 15 and it just keeps moving, which is kind of weird. But anyway, okay, so hybrid gel polishes are solvent-based products. Like they have a little bit of nail polish and think like that kind of solvent-based. So that's like OPI and IBD and True Gel and Easy Flow and things like that. And then we have products that are 100% 100% gel, like Luxio and like Magpie. So at Polished Pinkies, we really strive to offer the best to our customers, and so we do offer Luxio, which is 100% gel. So I'm really excited to be able to swatch these for you. Tonight I've chosen to swatch the greens. So if you are new around here, what we're doing is a swatching party, and I'll be on every Wednesday. However, I'm thinking maybe I should do Sundays too, because I won't be able to get through all of the things that I want to swatch with you in a timely manner. It's going to go on for like months. So try and condense it just a little. Maybe we'll do Sundays and Wednesdays, but that's still to be determined. So I'm going to move all of these greens out. See how the camera's like
shifting.
It's like shifting here and shifting there. Anyway, we'll do our best with this new camera, learning how to use it. But so I'm going to move all of these Luxios out of the way, and then we will just swatch them and give you our opinion on them, tell you about what colors they are in person, because sometimes cameras can give off a different hue. So I'm just going to move these all to the side. Yeah, we'll just move them off, and then we'll give the names as we swatch them.
I should get a black eye polish today.
All right, so get out our swatch sticks. All right, the first one I'm going to do, some of these are a little bit blue-green instead of, yes, Aliyah, a Sunday swatch day, right? That would be so much fun. We could spend a little bit of time in the afternoon together, talk all things nails. If in the meantime, as we're swatching, if you have any questions regarding nails or questions regarding any of the products that we carry at Polished Pinkies or Magpie Beauty USA, please let me know. I'm always happy to help answer questions and talk all things nails. Okay, so the first one that I have, some of these are blue greens, but they do have more green than blue, so I wanted to put them in the green family. And this one, oh, this is an excellent way to start this live. So this color needs to be stirred, and you can see it does have a lot of green. And I'm going to just teach you how to stir a Luxio. So I'm going to knock all this pigment back into the jar. And taking a spatula, this is an accent spatula, we are going to just give it a really thorough stir. So one thing we want to do is scrape the bottom. And then as we're stirring in an up and down motion to get that pigment to like mix back through the gel. And then putting pressure on the bottom of the bottle. And in a swirling motion, we can just stir everything back together. But we do want to be more vigorous. Like a slow stir like this isn't going to do the job. We want to be more vigorous like this. Now, engagement is one of those colors. Oh, it's one of my favorite colors actually. But it's one of those colors that is perfect for the winter time. It's just so pretty. Oh no, I don't have a wipe. What am I gonna do? Here we go. Okay, it's just so pretty. It's like a Tiffany, what people think Tiffany blue is. But Tiffany blue is actually not Tiffany blue. It's like a robin egg blue. And then I'll show you the real color of Tiffany in a minute. But this color pairs so nicely with a red. It pairs so nicely with greens. It just does the trick during the winter months. All right, here we go. Just trying to stir back in all that green. What app?
Start swatching on.
What's that?
Do I need to start swatching on?
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay, so this is engagement. Like I said, people think that this is like a Tiffany blue. It's more like a robin egg blue. And I'll show you the difference in just a minute when I swatch the Tiffany. I am going to try and put it on just a little bit thicker so that I can get by with one coat. When we're working with products that are 100% gel, we can apply it slightly thicker than if we were working with hybrid polishes. Hybrid polishes are those ones that like to wrinkle and all of that. So we want to make sure that we're using the polishes in the right way. So with Luxio, we don't have to worry about like paper thin layers or anything like that, which is so nice. And to save us time, I'm gonna try and put these on just a little bit thicker. But when we're on a human, I would always suggest doing 2 coats of color instead of 1. Okay, Ab, what color do you got?
Intuitive.
Intuitive, yes. Do you have something to keep that on?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a hand sanitizer bottle.
Perfect. Abby's gonna help me swatch, and she just practiced swatching and she did an excellent job. This is actually one of my favorite colors for the wintertime because it feels like a balsam color, like muted. Do you like this color?
It feels more like the true Christmas greens.
A true Christmas green.
Or like a true forest green, which sound like polar opposites, but they're not.
Yep. You're doing a good job. Gorgeous color. Here, let's show it up there. It's just such a beautiful, I don't know if it has a lot of gray, but it is just such a beautiful shade of green. I know Ioana, who's one of our accents educators, this is one of her favorite colors. Will you hear that? Thank you. We'll just put the cured ones to the side right here. Okay, next up I have, actually I might as well grab for Tiffany so that you can see right away the difference between the colors. So this is Engagement and this is Tiffany. And I used to think that this was Tiffany Blue, but one of my clients actually brought in a Tiffany bag, like the bag that holds her actual jewelry. And she said, I want this color. And guess what? It was this color right here. So this is the true actual Tiffany blue, green, whatever we want to call it. Also a very, very pretty option in the wintertime. Beautiful. In that goes, please. Almost tealish, yes. Are we talking about which one? Are we talking about Tiffany or are we talking about Engagement, Alia? Because they are, and look, this even looks like this on the bottle, but it's not. When it cures, it is like this color. Totally, two totally different colors. What color do you have, Ab?
I have cypress.
Ooh, now this one is deep, dark, rich, gorgeous, yummy. It's like a gray green. On camera, it's probably gonna come across very, very gray, and you're gonna wonder why. Let me have you come this way. Why I chose to put this one in with the greens, but it is a green actually, and it has a lot of gray in it. So it's just one of those cool colors for wintertime that our clients might love because is it green, is it gray kind of thing. It kind of is a shifty. Yeah, Alia, Engagement is a little bit more teal than Tiffany, you're right. Beautiful. I'm gonna put it up to the camera. So again, it's gonna come across very, very gray. And even when I'm looking at it, it looks gray, but then if we went out into the sun, you'd be able to see the green. So I did wanna put it with the greens, just as one of those cool options for wintertime. Cure that for me. All right, next we have Myth, and she needs to stir as well. So when you have colors that sit on your shelf for any time that is over a month, really we should be giving our gels a stir because those pigments like to settle to the bottom. But I'm not gonna go through and give my winter colors a stir, you know what I'm saying? So instead, just as you start the winter season or the fall season or the summer season, make sure to go through and give all of your gels a stir. Otherwise, on the day that you are doing nails, you're going to be stirring your gels just like this. Which it actually is, I mean, it's fast and easy. It's not a difficult thing to do, so that's not too awful.
What? I can't read it, sorry.
What is the name of the one you said is the True Tiffany color? It is called Tiffany. Let me grab it for you. So here's Engagement, and then here is Tiffany. The True Tiffany color is actually Tiffany, which is not blue. It's more like a green. Either one of those would work for your clients if they were looking for a Tiffany blue though. Adalia, I hope that's helpful. Okay, Myth. You yummy, delicious, wintry, beautiful, bright green. Gorgeous. So pretty. It's coming across more blue on camera. In real life, it is, at least from what I can see with the light shining back, but in real life, it is definitely more green. Will you put that in for me, Eb?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do Enlighten.
Hi, Cassidy. How are you? Ooh, Enlighten. No, Enlighten.
Never mind.
So, see, Enlighten. Close. So here, pull over like this, closer, so that I can see. So this is definitely more like a spring green, but I wanted to put it in with the mixes. I know we're talking about winter colors, but it's definitely one of the favorites for springtime.
It's much more like Eastery.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's a good one for anything that you need in the spring. Beautiful. Thanks for showing it while I was stirring this guy.
Yeah.
So next up I have Incognito, and Incognito is one of the most popular colors from Luxio for the fall months. Incognito is the lighter, and then after this I'll do Vert because then it's the darker and you'll be able to see the two army greens together. Incognito, I guess you could call it more like a khaki green, but I feel like once Hiatus, which we haven't swatched yet, but once Hiatus came out, that became what I would consider a khaki green, and this just became a light army green. In that goes, please.
Okay, I'm doing my next right.
Yep.
I'm doing Fantasy.
Fantasy.
It's annoying that I keep switching.
Now this one, Fantasy, might need a stir, but Fantasy has a lot of, here, let me see. Fantasy has a lot of shimmer in it. And so, yeah, it does.
Oh.
So
Okay, then
this
I'm doing
one,
Vert.
you want to do Vert? You can.
Yeah, I'll do Vert. while she
So,
mixes that.
really quickly about Fantasy is that this one definitely needs 2 coats. Like, we can't get away with 1 coat. It's kind of a little bit sheer, and it has a lot of shimmer in it. So we want to give 2 coats for Fantasy. Here, show that one in the camera app. Vert?
Am I not?
Nope. Vert is the darker version of Incognito that I just did. So I'm glad you chose to do Vert right after. So this is definitely a darker army green, and then Incognito was that lighter army green. Gorgeous. Alia, my favorite Luxio green is Fortune. Yeah, that's definitely in this lineup. We just haven't gotten to it. Fortune is mwah, chef's kiss. Love, love, love it. I am going to try, nope, I'm not going to be able to get away with it. So again, this one is that semi-sheer. It does have a lot of shimmer in it. So I am going to have to do 2 coats.
What
with,
Luxio would you use on someone who asked for a turquoise color?
I would use, well, there's a couple of different options that you could use. Here, will you put that in for me? I need to put a second coat on that one. You could use Engagement. If we were in the fall, I would use Engagement. If they wanted a darker teal, you could use Brazen. You could use Juxtapose. If they wanted more like a summery, then I would use Engagement. It just depends on what your client considers teal. I feel like teal, I mean, even Trist could be considered teal, and you'll see that in a minute, but that is definitely darker. So I think it would be wise to, if you didn't want to buy all of the teals, to send your client screenshots of the teal colors. So let me go over them one more time. We have engagement, and we have tryst is an option, and we have brazen and juxtapose, and what else could be considered a teal?
This one.
Yep. And yep, I said that one. So there's quite a few that could be teal.
Next, we're doing haute. Is that how you say it?
Oh, you said it right. Hey, let's all give her a.
Thank you. I can't really read,
Haute.
so you know.
You did it. Yep, it's called haute.
My other guess was haute, but I felt like that was wrong. So
Wronger.
yeah, wronger.
Oh, you're funny, Abby.
This one's much more like the traditional Christmas green, where it's very bright, and when you put it with the red, it just like screams Christmas.
Yep, this one's called a Kelly green. The one you're doing is a traditional Kelly green.
I think it's switching to keep it in the middle.
Beautiful. Haute is so gorgeous. So while she was swatching that, then I went ahead and gave the second coat to Fantasy, and you can see that second coat makes all the difference, and hopefully you'll even be able to see that gorgeous shimmer that's running through it. So Fantasy is definitely one of those that needs 2 coats. You can't get away with one, you know, even if your structure was right or whatever. It's just that color needs 2 coats. So make sure you're giving the colors that need that second coat. Don't skimp on it. It really makes a difference in people's manicure.
Next is tryst.
This one could be considered a teal. This is a darker teal for sure. And this one might need a stir. Hold
Doesn't
on.
need to be stirred.
Possibly, let me see. So all of these wintry colors, they've just sat on our shelf here at the salon and might need a quick stir.
Okay, well while she's stirring it, we're doing brazen. Does that need to be stirred?
Yep.
Okay, we're not doing brazen. Galaxy.
Gorgeous.
Does
Oh,
it need to be stirred?
mhm.
Okay, never mind, we're not doing that. What about volt?
Volt should be good.
Yeah,
That one was used
That one's fine.
recently, so that one
we're
should
doing
be
volt.
should be ready.
Executive decision.
Executive decision. Are you the executive?
Yes.
Yes, you are. Cassidy thinks you're funny. Now, Volt, you can see she's painting on, you know, not a crazy thick layer. I mean, she's brand new to the swatching situation, so she's putting them on pretty thin. And look how much coverage you're getting out of a neon. The neons from Luxio are so fantastic, and they just go on like a boss. So again, always 2 coats, but look at the amount of pigment payoff you get off with even just 1.
Did you finish tryst?
I did. You can swatch it now.
Now we're gonna do tryst.
Tryst. Okay, come closer to me so they can see you swatch it. There you go. Yep. So that one's definitely a darker teal, and it might be coming off pretty blue on the screen, but it does have a lot of green in it, which could be where I consider it a teal.
It's almost like a sky blue, but like at night, but then like the trees are reflecting off of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's a good explanation. Sabrina, yeah, the Bolt, I mean, even Sunburst, which is the yellow, and yellow is the hardest one to get coverage on. That pigment, no matter what you do. Abby, that's a really nice swatch. Well done. No matter what you do with yellows, it feels like, gosh, it's so patchy or whatever. But even Sunburst, what? You don't have to. No, you don't have to. Even Sunburst just has excellent coverage, which is so nice.
Now we're doing brazen.
Brazen is definitely a springtime, summertime color.
Yeah, it goes along with that minty light green one that we did a little while ago.
And this one could be considered a teal. So it just depends on what your client thinks teal is. I need this one to go back in the lamp app.
Okay. That one's brazen.
Gorgeous. Thank you. All right, next up, I will do Galaxy. So Galaxy, as you can see from the, well, you might be able to see from the swatch, but it is actually a green black.
Can I get a different thing?
Sure. You want to swatch it again?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Swatch it over there. So Galaxy is one of those interesting colors. It has a lot of shimmer in it. It goes on black, but just like Cypress, it has a lot of green in the sun. So we put it into the green category because whenever you put this next to black, it feels like it's green. So this is one of those, just like Fantasy, where it has that shimmer, and you do need 2 coats for sure. But I'm gonna try and see if I can't get some coverage just with 1 coat. On camera, it's gonna come across very, very dark gray, even kind of gunmetal-y, but in person, it has a lot of green in it. It's one of those interesting colors. Again, I'm gonna just try to get this pigment to even out so I don't have to do 2 coats. There we go. In that goes, please.
Okay, now we're doing
Agave.
yeah. Agave.
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 Agave. So this is one of our brand new colors. It was just released in the Desert After Dark. And it is, my sister wore it when it was brand new and she was like, wow, this is one of my favorite colors. It has a lot of yellow in it, and so it's, I guess maybe is that called cool tone? I'm not sure. But it's just such a beautiful and interesting green. You probably don't have anything like it in your collection. That was a very interesting way to swatch that, Abby.
Thank you. This is
because every nail tech is watching you like, what you doing?
What am I doing? This is agave, not agave.
Agave. Very good. Very good. Okay, next up is Wink. And Wink is gorgeous, minty. This is actually, I know it feels like spring, but this is an extremely popular color during the winter months, especially for people like me who love a bright color and who don't really tend to go toward those deeper colors. We definitely tend to go toward bright colors. So Wink, like I said, although it feels spring, it will be interesting how much your clients who are bright lovers gravitate toward colors like this.
It's the brighter color of that.
Yep. Beautiful. You're learning how to be a nail tech over there. Learning how to put swatch sticks in there without making a mess. All right, so this is Wink. It even shows up like super pastel. I wouldn't call it super pastel. I would just say that it is just a bright, minty, beautiful green. You can pair this with colors like Luxio Fortune, with even Gentle, which is more pastel, yes, more light. You can pair it with Engagement. You can pair it with Intuitive. You can pair it with all kinds of greens to brighten up your wintertime manicures. It's a really fun color. And that goes. Ooh, you got the good one, Ab.
We're doing Fortune. I really hate that it's moving. Really
Fortune is
never mind. How
much have I missed? We're toward the end. We're getting toward the end of our swatching party. I'm here with my daughter, Abby. She's helping me swatch these colors, and she's doing a great job. So right now she is swatching. Okay, don't be so haphazard.
Sorry.
We're going to calm you back down. Come toward me so they can see the color. So we have just a few more colors left to swatch. We are swatching all of the greens, but you can always watch the replay or catch this on YouTube if you would like. Did you know we have a YouTube channel? You can go and join the fun over at Polish Pinkies Pro on YouTube. Luxio Fortune is, I'm sure you can guess, the most popular green we have. It's deep, it's dark, it's rich, it's gorgeous, it's like fir tree. It's absolutely stunning. Okay, next up we have Luxio Gentle. This one is more pale. This one definitely needs to stir. more pale pastel. I don't really know how to explain this color, but it's more pastel than Wink. And this one actually, I'm gonna try and, nope, you won't be able to see that. But it has just a little bit of shimmer. And it actually paints on very interesting because of the shimmer. It kind of goes on with a sand texture, which is kind of odd, but it's pretty fun. It does settle, like even though it paints on with a sand texture, it doesn't keep that texture. It just kind of has this beautiful shimmer.
Does this one need to be mixed?
Hold on, I'll check.
I would say yes because it looks separate.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Luxio Gentle.
Does this one?
Nope, that one's good. Luxio Gentle. I hope that you'll be able to see that it kind of paints on with a texture, but then it settles so nicely.
If anyone was wondering from the last live I was in with my nails getting done, they were gone within 4 days after the expo. They were coming off right after the expo.
She tried.
I tried so hard.
She tried.
And then they were gone.
So the reason why I keep turning it over to tap is that Luxio actually self-levels. And even on a swatch stick, this is when I tend to practice. So I try to have my line of light be perfect even on a swatch stick. So I'm just turning it over, trying to let Luxio settle to erase the bump that's always inevitably on a swatch stick. I know that you can't see the shimmer, but it is there. It's like this silver frost, and it paints on with this cool sand-like texture, and then it totally evens out what you can see. In that goes, please.
Next, we are doing Flare.
Flare is a special color. It's a super bright, this is actually, when I first saw this color, this is definitely not my tone of green, but I've seen this color mixed with all the different greens, and it makes for a beautiful pop of color in your manicures. So it has a lot of yellow in it, which makes it feel like not a fall color. But Rachel, who used to be with Polished Pinkies, she loves Luxio Flare, and she would pair these colors together, and it was just like magical. So sometimes if you're afraid of a color, give it a try.
This one's Flare again.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And then the last color we have is Luxio Hiatus. Which definitely needs more of a stir, but I'm gonna try and roll with it. Nah, I'm gonna give it one more stir. This one, the pigment had definitely settled. If you're gonna fight with a color, it's better to just start over, because your gel polish will actually start running because the clear pigment or the clear gel will be loosey-goosey while you're trying to like fill it in with the pigment. So don't worry, just quickly take it off the nail. Give this a really good stir, get all that pigment back through the gel. And then your whole manicure is gonna go so much better. Don't fight with your gel.
It's 13 times 4.
All right, here is Luxio Hiatus. Gorgeous color. This one is also one that I would pair with different colors. I personally wouldn't wear this color on its own, but when I'm thinking of swirl designs or leaf designs or abstract designs, this is gonna definitely be gorgeous in your all green manicures that are coming up. Beautiful. And that goes, please. All right, so that rounds out all of the Luxio greens, and definitely we have so many of them. And some of them didn't cure right, but Abby is learning how to deal with gel, and she's doing a good job.
Sorry.
That's okay. You're doing great, kiddo. All right, so we're gonna move all of these beautiful greens on here. All of these products can be purchased at polishedpinkiespro.com. And if you ever have any questions or troubles with your Luxio or Accents products, please let us know. We're always happy to help. And you can also message us regarding any of the products that we sell, even if it's not Accents. Even Magpie Beauty USA products, any of them, we are always happy to help.
Wait, there's one more.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And until next week, bye.